Hey everyone, and welcome to SkillCapped. In this guide, we'll be analyzing the current #1 player on the leaderboards, which is 100 Thieves ASUNA. On top of amazing mechanics, ASUNA makes great decisions and balances his risks very well. With the new rank changes, Diamond 3 and above players must solo or duo queue, which can make things difficult because you can't control what your teammates will do. Climbing with these conditions might be difficult due to the amount of randomness that can happen in a solo queue environment. We'll be going over what makes ASUNA have such an amazing win rate and why he has success when playing by himself. Hopefully, you can take away some strategies from this analysis into your own ranked climbing experience. And if you're serious about improving, then go to skillcapped.com to unlock our hyper improvement system that will teach you how to win more gunfights, master your agent, and so much more. Backed by our ranked improvement guarantee, you have nothing to lose. So come join over 500,000 satisfied members of SkillCapped, improve that KDA, and get the rank you've always wanted at skillcapped.com. Link in the description below. To start off, ASUNA likes to play Reyna a lot in ranked. While reviewing VODs, that is the only character he seems to be playing and insta-locking. Keep in mind though, this isn't an ideal strategy, but it is definitely a valid one. His justification on why he chooses Reyna over Phoenix in solo queue is because of this reason here.
Why you never play Phoenix in ranked? Because there's a Reyna.
Gun here.
Because you can full heal on Reyna.
Yeah, I mean, yo, can I get a drop?
Need a drop.
I mean, it's like asking why would you want to heal only once when you can heal 5 times?
ASUNA seems to treat solo queue and team play completely different. Since most people in ranked play for their own advantages, it is definitely a justifiable reason. Solo queue is made up of strangers and there is no way to have any team strategies with perfect synchronization involved. Being able to take 1v1s and be fully healthy after winning the fight is huge for the team. Hypothetically, if ASUNA is able to kill 2 people every round and then dying, it makes it a 4v3 in favor of his team almost every round. Now, that is the perfect scenario, and it won't always happen, but that is the philosophy ASUNA seems to be using to climb. This isn't the perfect plan, and I personally don't believe in this, but here are some strengths and weaknesses to this strategy that you guys can assess yourselves before picking Reyna in solo queue ranked. If you are a strong player with good aiming and movement mechanics, Reyna is a good pick considering she doesn't have a kit that requires a high level of mastery. If you think you need to improve on your gunplay mechanics though, come check out our previous video where we talk about 8 tips to improve and win more gunfights. Alright, so the trade-off for having a kit that can only be used after a kill is that you will have no utility to help your team with at any point of the round except with your flashes. That is one of the big reasons for Reyna being more viable in ranked play and not really in a competitive team environment. Although this character pick might be selfish in a sense, the way ASUNA plays in ranked still makes it so his teammates have an easier time throughout the rounds. An example with this while utilizing Reyna's kit is his dismisses after getting a kill. Whenever ASUNA takes an aggressive fight, he tries to get the kill and dismiss right away back to his team for the 5v4 advantage. Even if he doesn't see or hear anybody, if he is in a bad spot, he will always dismiss instead of healing because he knows that there will be another opportunity to give his team an advantage later on. Let's break down this clip and see how he positions himself to help the team. We start by seeing ASUNA outside of B on Haven, and unfortunately, he has no flashes left in the round. His team is all bunched up around the B area, which is usually a good time to push and try to take control of the site. The ally Brimstone manages to spot out an enemy player on the right side of the site and calls it out for the team.
Enemy spotted.
Go backside, right side.
No, bro.
Right here.
Out of charge.
They went right.
Now, most Reyna players in solo queue would actually let their team go in first, essentially baiting, because they don't have the flash to peek safely. ASUNA actually makes the selfless decision to go into the site and take space for his team. He waits for the dart and decides to peek into the right side and try to find a fight. He entries for the team and takes first contact on the enemy Reyna in A link. His team actually gets the kill, so ASUNA doesn't have the option of dismissing. At this point, clearing backside would naturally be the next step, and ASUNA manages to find the enemy Omen. Without a moment's hesitation though, he dismisses instead of healing because he is being pinged by a Sova arrow and is also exposed to C-Link and A-Link at the same time. Even though his health is at 50, Since he is in a dangerous situation, it is always a good idea to take the dismiss and go back to playing with your team. As the smoke fades in A link, you can see that he avoids death from the enemy Sova, and eventually his teammates kill the last guy to win out the round. Here's another good scenario where he uses dismiss very well, which allows him to win the round through more opportunities given to him because he stayed alive. We can see that Asuna and his team are around the mid area, but the ally Omen gets picked off by the enemy Sova located around the bottom mid area. The ally Sage decides to play for the revive, and Asuna knows that his job is to defend his teammates for the resurrect to complete. He pushes into mid bottom and holds the smoke for a bit. The next play is a great demonstration of playing for the team and individual skill at the same time. He decides to go into the smoke and check if anybody is inside, prepared to spam his teammate who is currently reviving. Once he knew it was clear, he waited for the enemy to finish shooting their clip for the golden moment. He takes a bit of a spam damage though and is dropped to 21 health. Unfortunately, the smoke falls at a bad time, but luckily, Asuna finds the Sova reloading in pizza and gets an easy frag on him. Now I know some of you out there would greed and try to heal your health because you are so low from the spam, but Asuna chooses to use the dismiss and gets out of the bad situation he's in. Because he guaranteed his life, his ally Sage is able to heal him. Now, as his teammates fall back and go up cat, he catches a jet which assumed that Asuna has actually left that area. This allows him to heal up completely and be fully healthy for the final fight against Omen that he knows is at tiles because he killed his ally Sage on cat. Alright, now let's take a look at a clip of when Asuna chooses to heal instead of dismiss. In general, the only times Asuna chooses to heal is if he knows he is unlikely to die or if he is in a safe spot to do so. As the round starts, we can see the enemy is on an eco. These are the rounds that are meant for Reyna to take over. The round starts with Asuna getting a ridiculous kill on Omen while he ziplines across the nest. Now normally, it is probably a wise idea to dismiss and go back to his team safely, but he actually decides to take a little bit of a riskier option and get the heal while going on nest. Let's pause and see why this actually might not be a bad idea. If we look at the minimap, ally Jet is actually clearing the entire left side of the site along with Asuna, which actually makes it very probable for a trade to happen if anything were to go wrong. Because they both push site very quickly, there is a justification in not taking the dismiss. Also, the enemy have sheriffs at most, which makes swinging and trading very difficult on their end. As Asuna clears the rest of the site, he is caught off guard by the enemy Reyna backside. Again though, with superior rope movement, he manages to kill the Reyna against all odds and gets another heal off. So let's pause again and see why it's also a good idea to heal in this situation. If we take a look at the minimap, the Killjoy was next to Asuna and was primed to trade if he were to lose the fight, or miraculously, another one swings from backside or rafters. It is unlikely there would be 3 on site because that would mean they stacked it at the beginning of the round. After the 2 initial kills, within the first 20 seconds of the round, it usually means the site is clear and it's okay to heal. Asuna is again almost completely healthy for the next fight, which he decides to support the ally Jet by peeking screens. He grabs a quick kill on the Sage and proceeds to push into mid and win the round. Now normally, pushing past where the bomb is planted is not a good idea considering you have no teammates close to you to trade, and on top of that, there are more areas you have to check whereas the enemy knows you are coming from the bomb site. It's no secret. Just because Asuna takes ranked only semi-seriously doesn't mean that you shouldn't be disciplined and play with your team on site for almost every post-plant round, you know, for the guaranteed wins on it at least. Alright, so we've talked about how not to play a post-plant, but Asuna is actually normally a very good team player who always tries to pick up his team's positions if they were to be dropped. Let's take a look at this round overall to see how he rotates and holds angles without taking risks with his teammates to win the round. The round starts and he decides to hold mid from market. If we look at the map layout, we can actually see that his team decided to play heavy A on defense considering there are 3 players towards that side of the map. Sage and Jet start a cat and Omen on main. After the ally Omen gets taken out, contact is made and Asuna decides to rotate over to the A side, completely dropping B side. You can see that while he is rotating, he is constantly glancing over at the minimap to check if there are any more question marks appearing to reveal enemy position and to keep track of where his teammates are covering. He sees that Cat is open because both Sage and Jett are watching main at the same time and makes a call to warn them. As he makes it up heaven, you can see that both of his teammates are taken out by the Cat player, which puts ASUNA's team in a 2v5 situation. Not the most ideal. The enemy Omen gets picked off in A main and ally Sova manages to trade the Reyna who came from Cat. ASUNA knows that they won't be committing to the site considering they both revealed their positions on A, which means B is completely open. He communicates clearly to his teammate this and they both make their way back to B. While rotating, the enemy Sova misses his shots trying to catch the rotation and ASUNA luckily gets the kill, making it a 2v2. ASUNA goes from CT to B to make sure they can't cross the site. To be extra careful though, the ally Sova actually recon arrows to make sure they haven't already gotten into the site ready to plant. Since they haven't made it to B, there is a possibility the enemies go back to A because the enemy Sova's death revealed that they were both rotated off of A into B.
What do you want to hold?
Okay.
ASUNA communicates with his teammate again perfectly on how to play it safely where they hold B and mid until the plant goes down. This is definitely the highest percentage win play. Killed, a 1v2 situation post plant will be a very difficult situation to win it. The enemies turn the switch on for the A doors which indicate that they are on site. ASUNA asks his teammates if he has any utility before playing the retake, which is again, great communication.
Do you have anything?
Nope.
They both drop at similar timings from heaven and Sova manages to get the pick on the bomb planter. ASUNA then gets an incredible shot on the heaven player who wrapped and they win the round. To emphasize, with great communication and teamwork, ASUNA manages to maximize his opportunities even in a randomized environment such as solo queue. Hopefully, you guys can take away the tools ASUNA uses to win his ranked games and gain some elo yourselves. Alright guys, and remember, if you want to improve, win more gunfights, and get the rank you've always wanted, then check out SkillCapped.com, link in the description below. Also, let us know in the comment section below what your favorite agent to climb with in ranked is. And while you're down there, leave a like and hit that subscribe button with bells on to get more premium guides that help you improve. We here at SkillCapped want to thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one.